how do you overcome the flesh? If Yah does not do it for you and you have to do it for yourself, if you're truly struggling with things that hinder you, is that a lack of in wisdom?
I want to be polite, okay? Look, maybe you haven't listened for that long. Everything that you need to do requires the same process, okay? You need to first figure out what your problem is. So when you say that I have a flesh problem, what flesh problem? All areas of your life are flesh? Some areas of your life are flesh? And then become an expert in your problem. You have to go do the work, the research, find the teachers, trainers, program developers, or whatever that can help you in that area if you're struggling with those things that hinder you. All right, whatever it is, first identify what you think it is, then go get some professional help to identify whether or not you're right. I think I have this problem. You go to the person and ask them about that, okay? I've had people contact me on a regular basis saying, I think my child has, is on the spectrum or this or that, the other thing. I said, well, go get them tested. They're like, well, I'm like, you think you know what a problem is, go verify the problem. That doesn't mean you have to do whatever they tell you for the solution, but go verify the problem. Okay, if I start having symptoms of something medically, I will go to the medical professional and say, I'm having these symptoms. I think it may be this. Can you tell me if I'm right or wrong or what you think what it is? Do the tests or whatever. Then I can go and either do what they recommend or I can go do research about what other people may recommend to come up with whatever it is I decide I'm going to do to handle my problem. Okay, so how do you overcome the flesh? First, identify what flesh you're talking about. Is it in the way you have relationships? Look at the 7 areas of life. Is it a flesh problem in your health, in your wealth, in your relationships, in your head, right? In your emotions, in your thinking? Is it a flesh problem in your obedience? Like you're having a problem with observance and submission and obedience to the Creator? What flesh are we talking about? Then once you identify the flesh we're talking about, then go and figure out what other people have done who've had that problem, because you're not the only one that's ever had the problem, okay? And there are people that have figured out solutions. And if you think it's something that you need to counsel with, make an appointment, talk to me, and I certainly will have no problem fleshing that out and helping you find an answer, okay? All right, but I want us all, and again, I'm not picking on Cass, okay? All of you, stop, again, please, this has nothing to do with Cass. This is for everybody. Stop being so lazy. Work at it yourself. Make an attempt to figure it out. If you struggle with something, figure out the best you can what options are out there to deal with what you're struggling with. Okay? Nobody did anything for me. I started very young listening to tapes at the time, it wasn't really much to watch, there were videos, going to programs, reading books. Okay, now there's so much more. You just put on YouTube anything you want. Somebody taught it and did a seminar about it, did a TED Talk about it or something, okay? And you can watch unlimited amounts of things for free that may or may not be useful, but at least start addressing what you think may be your problem, all right? But please make the effort, okay? Yah is not going to do it for you. I've already told you that. Why? Because you can do this yourself. As a matter of fact, because you need to do it yourself. Because you need, please understand this, you need what you gain from doing it yourself. I'm not just talking about the thing is solved. What you gain by you doing the work to figure it out. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let's say you're at A and you're trying to get to B. I could take you and just put you at B, but you wouldn't have gained anything that you would have learned if you got yourself to B. All right? Because I got people all the time calling us up going, well, I don't know what to do. And I always ask, well, what have you tried? Nothing. What are you wasting my time for? That's lazy. Why have you done, what have you done? Oh, I don't know what to do. Nobody knows what to do initially. Do you understand that? Anything that you've never dealt with before, anybody like that, everybody's had stuff in their life they've never dealt with before. You know what that means? They don't know what to do. Now, granted, if you've done that multiple times, you have some processes of how to approach when you don't know what to do. That's a skill you can develop. Which is why Elder, myself, and others will almost always say yes to anything that we're asked to do, because even if we don't know how to do it, we know we can figure it out or find somebody who can, or whatever it is that it is. Instead of always going, well, I don't know how to do that. So you guys often will say no to stuff you should say yes to. And the reason you say no is because you don't know what to do. Instead of having confidence, you could either A, figure it out, or find somebody else that can, whatever.